Yo, 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 what is up, PFL Nation? It is your boy, John Smith, back in the booth with some absolute heat on this Monday night. We got Oregon against Utah. Oregon coming off a tough loss against FSU. Got kind of cooked, not going to lie. I know my boy AB ain't going to like that, but it's the truth. And they're going to be looking for a big bounce back game against a team that I think has looked absolutely amazing the past few weeks. It is Utah. Utah's currently 6-2, fourth ranked in the nation. Going to be looking to continue their win streak. Just handed Miami an L 30-17 just last week, and I know they're going to be looking to do more of that. I think this Utah team is the truth. I talk about it on the pod all the time, so I'm really excited to see them go to work. But the first team we're going to see go to work tonight is Oregon. He's going to go ahead and take it out of the end zone, take a knee. And we're going to get our first look at AB and the rest of this squad. Of course, we got Austin Briley at QB. Our boy Tamar Jones, running back. Taylor Ross, Kyrie Washington out there, wide receivers. So, AB definitely has weapons all around him. I think Tamar is one of the sleeper backs in the league. Absolutely top 5 to me. And I hope to see him nice and involved in this game. Oregon's going to have to keep the ball moving on the ground against this excellent Utah defense. And we see the first play is a pitch out to Tamar. And nowhere really to go as he just gets stuffed for a loss of 1. That is a quick tackle. Very nice swarm to the ball there by Utah. And speaking of this Utah defense, man, they have a couple of great guys up in the secondary with Fletcher and Harris. They got Jones at right outside linebacker, and of course they got some absolute killers at left end and right end. They got Vic, the Russian spy, at left, and they got Terrence Brown Jr. at right. So I expect Utah to try to keep the pressure on, especially when AB drops back to pass. As we know, those edge rushers love to get after the QB. We do see his quick first pass. Nice little slant route there for 12 yards. Makes up for the lost yard and then some. AB getting the ball movement as he does get that into the hands of Wade there, who has been a favorite target of his all year long. Going to see what he does here. We do see a little outside zone. And that's going, looks like nowhere again, as he just barely gets past the line of scrimmage. You see his stats from last week. Kamar really is a beast out of the backfield, so these couple yards here early, maybe Utah is just prepared to try to stop the run. Relying on their edge rushers when they do see passing downs, and just really going to be focusing on holding that man to the least efficient game as possible. We see another really quick route, but the ball is dropped. That almost looked like a hospital pass. AB's trying to send somebody straight to the CTE room. And we do see a 3rd and long here. Got a man on a curl route, but that is nowhere near the first down. AB takes the safe pass. Great stop by Utah. That's exactly what they're going to be looking to do throughout this entire game. You see Bishop on the tackle. AB, you got to be a little bit more efficient moving the ball, but your first couple passes look good, man. So, I mean, you got to get confidence. You got to get that going. But, yeah, just really nowhere to go after Wade got that catch. Wasn't really anywhere for him to go as the tackle came in. Setting up the punt here. And we're going to see Oregon punt it away and get our first look at this Utah offense after this punt. And we do get a coffin punt at the 2-yard line. What a punt out of Casey Wild there, putting Utah in the back. And we got to see Rado, man, can he come out here from the 98-yard line and lead Utah on this first drive? But this Utah offense, let me just tell you guys, this Utah offense is absolutely stacked. Like I mentioned, we got Colorado Rivers at QB, my boy Bo Sanders in the backfield, Azell Mercer back there with him. They love that 1-2 punch out of the backfield. We see the first carry here. They absolutely utilize that 1-2 punch to great effect as we see Mercer get 3 yards. And then, of course, they got Light Yagami and Sebastian Como, wide receivers, and Zach Moore at tight end. So they got guys every which way you look. We see the first pass on a little bootleg out. Does get past the first down. Great job cutting upfield. We see the 9-yard gain. Absolutely perfect. Great catch by Light. Great job keeping the feet in bounds and then cutting it upfield to get the first. We see another handoff here. Absolute storming through for our boy Bo Sanders. I hope y'all seeing that underneath. He is a superstar on this Utah team, and I expect him to be absolutely feasting tonight. Myself as a running back, always, well, you guys know when I'm up here, I'm highlighting the running backs. And Bo and Azell are no exceptions. Utah has an absolutely lethal 1-2 punch. Very similar to Notre Dame. You guys know I always talk about that 1-2 punch. and Utah has the same thing going on. So utilize the run to set up the pass. That's going to be all day. Bo cuts to the outside. Oh my goodness, we do see the penalty though. Is this coming back with an egregious hold? It is. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Zeke. No. Bo's going to be in that huddle pissed as now we got a 1st and 17 as Bo cut his way to the outside, only for it to go all the way back. We see another rollout here, a little dump off. Not a whole lot of room to work for him there. Rado does get the pass off, gets 3 yards out of it. And that was Jake's on the catch. We see Rado empty backfield, 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Pressure coming. Tries to run out. I don't know what he was thinking. He tries to go straight up, ends up staring right at the defensive tackle, goes, oh no, and then gets sacked. That is some poor decision making there out of Rado as we set up a 3rd and a million miles. Great defense out of Oregon, and you know this Oregon defense, they're doing pretty well too. You know, they got Jacklin in middle linebacker, they got Hutton at the sorry about that. They got Hutton in the secondary. They got all kinds of guys on that line as well. I expect Michael Neal and Jack Long to have some great games. Same with Cam Sweet. You know, the Oregon D-line really does put the work in, and I expect them to keep trying to do that tonight. We see the easy, quick pass. Oregon just plays it smart, plays the line, make sure not to give up too much, and set up the 4th down. And now we're going to see our 2nd punt of the night. That was Mercer on the grab. They love to utilize him in those passing plays, especially underneath. But we are going to see Utah's 1st punt and just, you know, a couple of stalled drives from both these teams. I got to say, Utah's got to be punching themselves in the stomach right now with that holding penalty. They cannot be feeling too happy about that. But otherwise, you know, Oregon, they held strong. We're down to 6 minutes in this 1st quarter. Time's moving along real nice here, and Oregon's got to be happy they got the ball back without giving up any points. We do see a little bit of a return. Gets, you know, 5 yards. They're going to take that. No sense. They're going to be happy about that as that's Washington on the return there. And we're going to get our 2nd look at AB and this Oregon offense. Utah's defense did a great job last drive, really not giving up too much, getting the shutdown when they needed. Again, just playing the chains and making sure not to give up the 1st down yardage. We see a quick pass, but overthrown. And it did look like the safety for Utah was just sitting on that as well. So I don't think that really would have been too effective. And I think we're going to see a run here. Yes, we are. Tamar does get the outside. Big run for what looks like 15 yards there. Absolutely massive. First big breakout run out of Tamar after Utah absolutely shut him down on his first 2 carries. That is perfect for that young man. And Oregon's going to need to see that all night if they want to stay in this game. Especially because we know once this Utah offense gets moving that they can put on a show and put points on the board with the quickness. They're like the Golden State Utes out here, okay? They can just start dropping points. So Oregon knows they got to keep scoring to stay in it. Good find by AB on the curl route. Oregon's offense loves these curl routes. He finds his man, of course. That's Ross right there, who I expect to see all night. Talon is a great target for AB. And, you know, he runs those curls and those short routes like a master. Are they saying that they jumped? Are they going to give the offsides? No, that is the false start. Oregon was pleading that was a jump, but honestly, I don't think it was. I definitely feel like that wasn't initiated by the defense there. That is going to set them back a bit. They're now on 2nd and 10. What looked like a run play now looks like it's going to be a pass. Yes, it is. AB drops back, pressure coming. Does get it out. Finds his man. Great pass on the little post route. Gets it right where it needs to go. And what do you know, Oregon getting the ball moving. No problem. There's Talon again doing what they do best. And you can see Coach Brooks is excited about that. Great route by Talon, finding the seam. Great vision by AB to find his man. And that's how they're going to keep the ball moving. And just like that, we're almost to the red zone. Ball at the 31. See AB getting ready to take the snap again. I could see a run here. This looks like it could be inside zone handoff. Yes, it is. Tamar finds the gap up the middle, bruising his way downfield down to what looks like the 13. And Tamar is finally starting to open this game up. And Utah's got to be careful, as we saw Brodden on the tackle there. If they let Tamar do what he wants to do, this is in for a long night. Oregon loves to use the run to set up the pass. The reason why FSU did so well against them last week is because FSU did not allow Oregon to do that. They didn't let Tamar set up the pass, and they made it so all the pressure was on AB's shoulders. And he does best when he's flowing and confident, not constantly having to pass because the run isn't happening. Does settle for the dump off there. They will take the few yards that they're going to get out of that. No sense in forcing it, as that is Mintz on the catch for just a couple. And we see the man going in motion. This could be a handoff. Yes, it is. Right up the middle again. Lots of room. He gets what looks like 6 to get him really close into a 3rd and 2. This could be a run or a pass. Utah's definitely stacking the box here. Let's see what Oregon decides. AB tries to get the jump, doesn't get it. Goes to the slant, has his man, but can't hang on to the ball. Talon barely drops it, super close. And Oregon will have to settle for the field goal. Honestly, against this Utah offense on the road, I probably would have gone for it there. You know, you're in 4th and 2 situation. You have a great running back. You have a good passing scheme offense. I feel like you definitely could have gotten away with trying to go for it and set the tone early in this game, but they do take the 3 points. They're going to trust their defense. Kick it back to Rado in this Utah offense. Let's see what they can come out here and do. Listen, if I'm Bo Sanders, I'm in that huddle saying, get me the ball. I'm the superstar here. I want to feast tonight. And we're going to see what Utah decides to do on their game plan for the rest of this game. I know Coach Harris, he's a great guy. I talk to him all the time. And I know that he came out to this one well prepared, so I expect to see some good adjustments out of Utah. We do see the first handout to Bo. Tons of room. I think he could have cut it back up the middle and gone, but he'll take that. He will take that all day as we see his stats here. But Bo himself has had a great season so far, great player. And I definitely feel like Utah is going to come out on this drive and try to respond, but Oregon's defense is no slouch. You know, like I said, their D-line is really strong. They have a great tackle and great edge guys. So I don't think they're just going to give anything away. Rado does find him on the flat. Good pass. Manages to keep his feet in bounds. Good catch by Bo. I always love seeing the running guys get some passes. Keep the chains moving. If you're Utah, you got to be happy with that. You know, you're getting it way out of your own territory for the first time tonight. And we do see Oregon coming in with the support and the stop. Big tackles, big play by Oregon. Anderson with the tackle there, doing exactly what he needs to do. They know Utah loves that 1-2 rushing punch, you know, and I keep talking about it because it is very, very good for them. If Oregon wants to win this game, they know they got to get back there. They got to stop these guys from going crazy. Try to be as effective as possible stopping the run, or else, you know, at any point, Bo or Zell could break them open. So they have to be careful on that. And that is some great defense out of those guys. We do see an empty backfield, very clear passing down for Utah. They are just going to go with the check down. Really fast play there. Works out well for them as they did get a lot of the Oregon secondary to bite. We're into a 3rd and manageable. We could see a run here to Bo on that right side. We do see Rado's audibling. We do see a play action. He's going deep. He has the underneath. Doesn't care. Wide open! Touchdown, Utah! And what did I tell you guys? Oh my goodness! As Alexander Walker rips that down, Utah can put points on the board in a hurry. Rado had the flats both on the left and the right. I think it was light on the right. You see what I did there? Decides to just heave it as he sees Alexander Walker smoking his man down the field. Absolutely torched. There was no shot for Hutton to go over there and help. And that is a touchdown for Utah. Big play out of them winding down this first quarter. It doesn't get much more exciting than that to end this first. We're going to go ahead and see the kickoff. Maybe AB gets one play off, and then we will be wrapping it up. Well done, Utes. And if you're Oregon, you know, listen, the rest of that drive was feeling really good. You were doing well defensively. It's just sometimes things don't go your way on those plays, man. And those deep balls will get you. But we are going to get another look here at AB. And I bet you he's telling his coach we should have gone for it and gotten the 6 on our drive. We see the fake. This is the rollout. Might just be a dump off. He's looking. Pressure's coming, though. Gets it out barely. as he was about to get absolutely obliterated by Terrence Brown Jr. But that is the end of the first. It is 7-3. Let me see those twos in chat. And let me tell you, if you're new to the PFL, this is a simulation football league where you can live out your collegiate dreams and make your way into the pros. Please check us out on Instagram. Subscribe here to our YouTube channel. Check out the link in the description to get signed up and join this great group of people. And who knows, maybe it'll be me calling your name in the booth next time as we see Briley hook it up on the 20-yard reception to Wade. Already passed, or well, just passed 100 yards total in offense for Oregon. This is exactly what they're going to need out of AB. Fits the ball into a small window. Great catch by Wade. You can't really be asking for much else if you're Coach Brooks right there on that play. But yes, if you are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to join up. I'd love to have you with us. We do see a quick route again, and that is, that is the boy, Taylor Ross on the reception there, getting him into second and positive. Second and 3 is really the you can do whatever you want, type it down. Let's see what they go with. They do go with the bootleg. Goes underneath, has his man again. That's Taylor Ross again on the catch. Absolutely AB's #1 target tonight with his 4 catches already with 39 yards. Loves keeping the ball moving. We do see a pitch out. Some great blocking, but just too many Utah bodies, and that does get up in the backfield. That's Broughton again on the tackle. Finally, after some really big runs out of Jones, Utah's defense does stop him there. And you know, this Utah defense, like I said, you really got to be looking out for those edge rushers, man. Between Vic and Terrence, they're always coming after the quarterback. And that's really why, Oregon has to try to take as much advantage of the ground game as they can. So when Utah can shut the ground game down and let their edge rushers and their secondary go to work, they are feeling really good about what's going on. With Fletcher and Harris in the secondary. And Jones. Jones is actually a really good outside linebacker that loves to play those zone defense spots too. And there he was. Ooh, that was close. That was too close. But yeah, he loves to play in those zone defense spots and is very effective at helping with that pass protection as well. As they do set the screen up, does get around, but steps out of bounds. Samar not quite able to get the first. Can't keep both feet in, and Oregon is going to go for 3 yet again. We know these kicks are never gimmies, and oh my goodness. I don't know who was kicking that. That wasn't going anywhere. He needed another 10 yards on that. That is bench city for Carter Clark. I don't know what was going on. Oh my goodness. I already know we're going to be hearing about this one, but that kick was not it, folks. As we do see a highlight on Alexander Walker, who got that amazing catch on the last drive for Utah. And now Utah is going to start with absolutely excellent field position here at the 34 or 35-yard line. To see what Rado can do here. We do see the handoff to Bo, but he's not really going anywhere. Great tackle out of Oregon to stop that play before it really turned into anything. And now we do see an empty backfield here for Rado. So we're going to see pressure immediately arriving, but still gets it out to his man. What a play by Rado. You see 7-7, over 100 yards and a touchdown. How did he get that ball out accurately and on time? That's the boy, Alexander Walker, again. That was Hutton on the coverage, but that ball just got out so fast. I don't think that man had any time to react. Well done by Rado there with the man in his face. But we do see the play action going deep again. Does he have him? He hangs on. What a catch! Oh my goodness! Alexander Walker's having the game of his life, as he just straight mosses a man, rips it down. Already has 3 catches for 117 yards. This boy is unstoppable out here. Look at this. Just absolutely goes up and says, "Get off me, Hutton. I am catching this ball." He said, "Get in the gym," and setting up Utah first and goal at the 5-yard line. Insane there. We see the handoff to Bo. Going to be fighting his way forward. Gets to about the 2. Honestly, I say give it to the backs again. Either go to Bo or go to Wazell and get in that end zone. I mean, Utah's going to try to create some distance here. Oregon, of course, wants to keep it as close as they can. This is a tough home crowd environment. They got great weather right now in Utah. And I know they're going to be trying to punch this in home and create the gap even larger. As we see Bo Sanders, Mr. Superstar for Utah, getting in the end zone. Block for Bo in full force. And Utah is going to take at least a 10-point lead, pending the extra point, an 11-point lead. That is perfect start to this game from them. You know, they had the first drive that was looking a little rough, but back-to-back deep shots to Alexander Walker, just lifting this offense. I'm not always right up here in the booth. I make mistakes, guys, but I tell you, I said these are like the Golden State Utes, man. They put points up, and they put points up in a hurry, and you are seeing that right now as we see the 14-3. You've got Briley motivating his guys on the sideline. He's telling them, listen, we got to get some points on the board, and we got to get a new kicker, but that's after the game. For now, let's focus on what we can do with the cards we have and try to get something going on offense. If I'm Oregon, if I'm Coach Brooks, I'm thinking to myself, listen, we got to make sure Tamar stays involved. We know for a fact that was a great return up to the 26. We know for a fact that if we can get the run game going, we're going to see results in the passing game, right? We know when Austin has time back there, he's feeling good about himself. He can get out, he broke records 2 weeks ago for touchdowns, passer rating, yards. He can get it done. Oregon's just got to make sure he's feeling okay, and if you're Utah, you're keeping the pressure right on him to stop that from happening, but they did not get to him at all. That looked like they rushed 6 there, and great blocking out of Oregon. There was no way that route was going to get stopped. Austin Briley finds his man, and that's Mintz on his second catch of the night, but just great blocking out of that offensive line out of Oregon to give Austin that time to let Mintz finish his route. Cuts inside, gets the route done. Well done. We're going to see AB in the shotgun formation. Looks like they are just pass heavy right now. Finds his man over the middle again. Looks like that was a little bit of a trip by Utah there, as he wasn't quite able to stay with him. I'm not sure who that was. That was not a user on that coverage, 28, but he was not able to keep up. As Oregon went ahead and cooked that guy over the middle to keep the ball moving. This is what I'm talking about if you're Oregon, right? You want to keep the ball moving, as we see the Rado and the rest of the offense talking to Coach Harris there. You got to keep the ball moving. That was McKinney on the coverage. Thank you, Madden, for the replay. You got to keep the ball moving. You got to keep Utah on their toes. If you don't score here and you let Utah come out and score again, we're looking at a blowout real fast and be calling mercy rule. So this is a bigger drive than it seems. We see amazing pressure on the blitz. Jones with the sack. And this is exactly what you don't want if you're Oregon. Coach Brooks is looking at this and going, oh no, my boy Austin Briley, once he gets sacked, we all know how it goes. We've all seen it all year long. Let's see how he can respond to this. Absolute brilliant play call out of Coach Harris. Huge pressure on the sack. Well done out of Utah, and honestly, I hope Oregon can respond here. Briley looks hyped, honestly, getting back up and get ready to snap this ball. Let's see what they draw up. More pressure coming. Finds his man, just takes the curl route. Great job hanging on to the ball. You see Austin's stats there, pretty good. 12 of 17 for 130. He's throwing all right, but they just cannot find that deep shot to get points on the board. Pressure in his face. Nowhere to go. Had the man on the cutback, but got hit immediately. So there was just absolutely no chance. As we see Jones right in his face again. Just right there, man. Like I said, that's a great zone linebacker, but when he needs to bring the heat, he knows how to bring the heat. Great job by Bryson. And we see Oregon is forced to punt, and Utah is going to have 4 minutes and 40 seconds to try and make something happen. That did seem like a good punt out of Wild, as Utah might be pinned back a little bit here, but as we saw before, they don't really care about that. And this man certainly doesn't. On 3 receptions for 117 yards. He says, just air that boy out, and I'll go get it. So let's see what Rado and Coach Harris draw up to end this half here. Just a little, little short route there. We got 9-9 for Rado, 148 yards and a touchdown. He's just taking the safe things. He's trying to keep that 100% pass completion rate. do see the play action here. Lots of time. Great blocking again. Has to settle for the dump off. So I got to say, good job to Oregon's secondary, because there was zero pressure going on there. But the secondary held up really well for him. He goes for the quick pass, finds his man, nice and easy. Great turnaround catch there to keep the drive moving. That was Como with his first grab of the night. A little 10-yard catch, keeps it going. And that's what Utah's going to keep looking for is the rest of this drive. Honestly, they don't want Oregon to have the ball again until, the second half. And if I remember correctly, Utah is getting the ball at halftime. So if they score here and then come out and score again, I might be putting in the white flag on the window of the booth, folks. I mean, it is going to be a long night. As we see the handoff to Bo, fighting through, man. Can't quite push him off him, but still a great run there. And I think we might see another run. Although, he got the jump, didn't hike the ball, fakes the jet sweep, tries to get it to Bo, but gets absolutely stuffed right there. Good tackle by Funa, stopping him in the backfield. Rado, man, these college QBs, man, I swear I bring it up every time I'm up here. They miss the jumps. These defensive tackles, these defensive ends, they struggle with the hard count. And it's loud out there. When you see him jump like that, you gotta hike the ball. He lets him get back in place, and then what happens? It turns into a loss of 3. And now you're in a very clear passing down, 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Let's see what Coach Harris and Utah can draw up here. Tries to fit it in an incredibly small window. Hutton was right there. Lucky that doesn't get intercepted. I know he's looking for the ball after what happened on the last drive, so he's trying to get one of those picks. That would have been a house call if he could have ripped that off him. But Utah is forced to punt, and guess what? Oregon's defense holds up, and AB has another chance to get points on the board before halftime. And pretty good field position to do it in as Washington doesn't get the ball all the way up to the 30. We're going to get another look here. There's Wade. Riley and Wade been hooking up all year long. Absolute great connection there between those two guys. And I know he's going to be looking his way. We need to see a really good, 3-minute drill out of Austin in this Oregon offense. Finds his first. Oh, no, he drops it. I thought Mintz was going to hold on to that. That looked like a great pass out of Austin. Is dropped, and now we are in a 2nd and 10. Maybe they're rethinking things now. They might be. They hand it off. Jones breaking his way, fighting through guys as he's up to 7 carries for 45 yards. Getting the first down. Absolute beast mode right there. That might get Oregon's offense a little spark that they needed, because it looked like with those run plays they were getting ready to hand the towel in. But with getting that first down, the clock's going to stop, and they're going to be able to keep it rolling. Let's see what's next for Coach Brooks and company, and see what they draw up here to try to get some points this half. Let's see. Still running. No first down, so clock's still ticking. 150 left. 2nd and 4 here. I'd love to see a pass. Are they just going to run this clock? There's no way. You're losing by 11 and you're running the clock down. AB got Jones to jump but doesn't hike it. Too concerned with running the clock down. They are just going to hand it off again. Tamar's trying to spin and fumble over like 6 players to get a first down. Now they're in the hurry up. Some interesting play calling. We do see on the little spike route out to Tamar. And that will get the first down. That will stop the clock until they're set. Listen, they have 3 timeouts. It's okay to take one and draw up a really good play. I know Coach Brooks can draw something up to get them some points here to end the half. And if you're Utah, you got to keep thinking, listen, we're fine with these short dink-and-dink plays. Right? I mean, they're going to run the clock. We're protecting the end zone. We're protecting the chains as much as we can. We're feeling good. Some good pressure coming. There it is. And he keeps backing up, and that is a huge sack. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Terrence Brown getting in there again. And now AB looking a little shaken up as he overthrows that ball. 3rd and a million miles. They are just going to hand it off here. And the question is, does Utah take a timeout and try to get a field goal, or do they simply say, let's go to halftime? There's the handoff, gets stuffed. Who else? Of course, Terrence again. And it does look like Utah's not calling a timeout. Oh, I thought it was Terrence. I said it was Bishop. I thought it was 99. I might have missed it. Oh yeah, there we go. Bishop touched him first, and then Terrence pushed him down. That makes more sense. But it does look like we are just going to go to halftime, folks. I hope everyone's had a great first half. I know any Utah fans are absolutely ecstatic. I have no idea why Oregon decided to punt this away. Great punt, I guess, for the stats for Casey. But heck of a first half here. I really do want to see more of a response out of Oregon on the offensive side. Austin's been sacked a couple times. He starts to get a little heavy after that. You know, the arms start to feel gassed when you're getting hit like that. So we're going to see how he responds in the second half. Utah is going to get the ball to start the half, which is great for them. If they can come out hot, get some more points on the board, they're going to be feeling it really well. You know, and again, everyone, if you are new, my name is John Smith. This is the PFL Prime Football League, where you can live out your collegiate dreams and hope to make it to the pros as well. We have all kinds of great people in here, all kinds of great content for you guys. You know, tomorrow we got the In the Booth podcast. We got games all week. We got multiple podcasts. You know, we got the boys who just started the Gentlemen's Club. We got the PFSN. We got Around the Clock. We have all kinds of content. So if you are new here, please subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Make sure you're checking out the lives. Get into the Discord. Come support. And have your name called next time. So please, always welcoming to anyone who wants to join up. And to those who are already here, you already know how I feel. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for tuning in. Feels good to be calling games. You know, I love to do this. I love to travel and get in the booth with everybody. So can't wait to see how the second half unfolds, as we do see Utah is going to start on the offensive side. And I think we're going to see more of the same out of Rado. He honestly had an incredibly efficient first half, minus that very risky pass at the end, which was crazy. But he had a really efficient first half. I expect to see a ton of involvement out of their 1-2 punch with Bo and Ezell. And honestly, Light and Como had pretty soft first halves. It really was the Alexander Walker show on the receiving side. And Zeke Moore, unfortunately, his highlight of the first half was that bad holding penalty, you know, on the first drive. So I expect to see some more involvement out of those guys. They're all really good at what they do. It's just Rado has been absolutely going crazy with Alexander Walker. We do see Light involved on the second play of the drive, which is great to see. And we see another empty backfield, so I expect to see some of these guys get it again. We do see the very quick slant route, nice and easy. That's what they're looking for. And there is Como again. That's only a second catch, but, you know, these guys are showing, listen, Rado, you get us the ball. You got weapons everywhere. Every single position, the X, the Z, the slot. They do not care. They're like, just get the ball out to us, and we're going to make the plays. They got playmakers everywhere. And if you're Oregon, honestly, you're feeling pretty good defensively. You know, 2 touchdowns is still 2 touchdowns, but you've had some really good stops. You know, you've done a good job at stopping Utah from just doing whatever they want. So you just got to keep trying to do your thing and give your offense a chance to get you back into this game. We see another handout to Bo. Finds the holes. Great cutback to keep the ball moving. You see he's at 10 rushes for only 38 yards and a touchdown. That's still 3.8 yards a carry, which is not bad at all. That's first down numbers. So Bo's going to take those. And, you know, he almost had an absolute massively breakout run. So I'm sure he's just looking to find another one of those. You can see him kind of just bounce off guys here. Just very, very quick with it. He's got great footwork, great vision, knows where to go with the ball, knows how to get it done. So it's great to see. Between him and Ezell, Utah absolutely has an outstanding running game. We see Rado drop back to pass here, takes the quick route on the drag. I think that was Light again. And, you know, we're going to want to see a lot of him. Light's an absolute beast. We see 3 catches for only 21 yards, but I'm sure he said it in the huddle at halftime. Make sure that you guys are getting me the ball more and more. We see the double fake. Oh, no, he did do this jet sweep after the fake to Light, but that's not going anywhere as he does get absolutely stuffed on a loss of 3. And Coach Harris run that fake sweep. So good heads-up awareness out of Oregon, and now we're in a very clear passing down, empty backfield. See the drag routes, goes to the curl, but there just really wasn't anything there. I think he could have gone to the drag, tries to force in the curl route, but gets absolutely stopped as there was a man right on top of him, forcing that ball out, causing the incompletion, and now Utah has to punt. So if you're Oregon, you're very happy so far with this defensive performance. You're getting the ball back into AB's hands, giving the offense a chance to get some points on the board and make it a one-possession game again. You see the punt from Utah here. Good, solid punt that time. That is what they're going to need out of the special teams. Listen, football is a three-faceted game, and you need all three facets to be working in tandem if you want to get the wins, especially at this time of the season. Every win is a big deal, and Utah is the 4th-ranked team in the nation going up against an 8th-ranked team. They are expecting to win this one. We see AB roll out here lots of time, looking, finds his man. Who else but Taylon Ross to start this second half for Oregon? Great job by AB not settling for the flat on the bootleg. That's the most common pass we see. You know, the guy breaks off a block and then he's wide open for just a few yards. Has the time, has the awareness, sees so much open space as there was just a lot of hanging out by the linebackers in those short yard zones. Finds Taylon, delivers a dot. AB's had some good passes this game. It's just Oregon hasn't quite been able to get across the finish line. They also missed a field goal. So, you know, we're gonna have to see what they go for here. He does go for the dump off that time and unable to get his feet down and go forward. Stuck on the east to west was Mintz there as he had space and a lead blocker. So unfortunate for Oregon. AB, I don't agree with that dump off there to Tamar. I think he had a guy over the middle. Just got to give yourself a bit more time, especially when there's no pressure in your face. Let's see what they dial up on 3rd down here. Sends the man in motion. Goes underneath, throws a pick! Oh no, what are you doing, AB? That was a massive interception for Utah. Tries to force it over the middle, and is just not able to get it done. And that was Vic. That's the Russian spy with an interception. That is a defensive end coming into the zone and making a massive pick for Utah, putting the momentum back on their shoulders. Oh my goodness. AB, you just got picked off by a lineman. Oh my goodness. We see the double fakes. Rado's got time, has 2 guys, I think. So he hit Light, which was a great pass, great catch by Light on the sidelines there. I think if he hits Alexander Walker in stride there, I think that's a touchdown. But hey, they take what they can get. Actually, that might have been Jake's. Yeah, that was Jake's. Never mind. So I still think maybe if he hits him in stride, that's a touchdown. But what a catch by Light. Able to keep the feet in, maintain possession, maintain control. Oregon is going to challenge, but that looked good up here. That is 1,000% a catch. His knees down, he's got the ball. Ball does not pop out. That's a catch. Let's see what they rule. Yeah, of course, that is a grab. You know, Light's finally getting his touches in. I know he was talking about wanting to get the ball more. He was an absolute elite receiver in high school, so I know he's been wanting to get these touches. And we do see Utah getting into the end zone. That's Como doing his thing. That is exactly what they've been looking for, you know. And again, I got to go back to Vic, the Russian spy with the pick, man. That was crazy. He was spying the QB. Gets the interception, gets Utah in great field position. Rado rips a great pass to Light, and then Como finishes the drive off. And we are going to be looking at 21-3 pending the extra point. And we're going to need to see something different out of Oregon, folks. For any of our Oregon fans out there, we need to see something different out of this offense. AB's been sacked. He's thrown a pick. He hasn't had a lot of time. You know, Utah's done a great job at getting to him between Jones, Brown, and of course Vic, who had the pick. But if you're Oregon, you got to say, listen, offensive line, we need you to tighten up. We need you to give AB some time. And we need to be able to get this ball moving. We have to score on this drive. I'm going to call it right now. If we don't see a touchdown, that's going to be it. That's going to be it for this drive. And this team, I mean. If we don't see a touchdown on this drive. Okay, we see AB take the snap. They do fake the handoff. Pressure coming right away in his face. Had a wide open man, but cannot complete it. Overthrows it just a little bit, and that is probably because of the man in his face. Let's see what happens here. Utah does rush forward. Pressure coming again. Gets hit as he throws again. Back to back, and they are looking at a very quick 3-and-out here. We're going to see what Oregon dials up on this 3rd and 10. Pressure coming again, sets up the screen, has a lot of room, and Tamar does get the first. Maybe that'll get a little bit of gas going. Every time Oregon's offense stalls, Tamar gets in there and says, get me the ball, and I'll get that first down. Let's see. That screen call was questionable to me, but they had the blocking set up just enough to get Tamar the space and let that man run. That is a fast running back right there. He knows how to push his way for those first downs. You see AB get ready, line up under center. Fakes the handoff, rolls out on the bootleg. Doesn't settle for the dump off again and finds his man. That is perfect out of this Oregon offense on this drive. What a way to respond to the interception the drive before. Excellent response out of AB and this Oregon team. And just like that, doing a great job at not settling for the dump off, finding the man deep. That is Wade on the catch. We know AB and Wade have a great connection. And now they are in Utah territory. Got to ride this momentum, keep the ball moving. We do see a tough throw there, and the incompletions, that does get swatted down. Not really sure who AB was looking for on that, but that is okay. We do see, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Goes right back to the rollout bootleg. Goes for the deeper guy again. Finds Taylor Ross, who makes the grab. He's at 6 catches for 77 yards. He is having himself a day. And Austin says, I'm trying my best to keep this team in this game. Off his back foot, delivers another dot to Taylor Ross there. And now the ball is at the 30. This looks like a run to me with the fullback in. Fakes it again, rolling out. Looking, finds Mintz. That's nice and easy. Finally goes for the little bit of a shorter pass off of the rollouts here. Oregon is absolutely feasting on these play actions, though. Utah just keeps biting, you know, and just like me, you know, I see formations with the fullback and I think, oh, okay, this is a run. I would have bid on that too. So I can't blame Utah for that. We see Austin take the snap here in the shotgun. Does go for the handoff. Finds the hole. Tamar trying to push his way to the first. I think he should have just barreled forward. Great tackle there out of Utah, setting up what is a 3rd down and was close to a first. Let's see what happens here. We see Austin take the snap. Pressure immediately in his face. Setting up the screen. Does he have it? Yes, he does. Tamar juking around, guys. Getting inside the 10, down to the 9. 1st and goal for Oregon, the closest they've been since that 4th and 2 field goal where they got their first points on the night. Can we see something out of this team? These screen passes keep working. They are getting there. Davis basically just had to get in front of Tamar to bring him down. Let's see what happens. We see him line up in the I form again. This looks like a run to me. Is going to be a handoff to Tamar. He breaks off his guy, gets into the end zone. Amar gets it done. Sorry, Tamar gets it done. I was too excited. Touchdown, Oregon. They're right back in this one. They get the extra point here, and they make it an 11-point game. Or do they go for 2 and try to make it a 10-point game? We will see here in a second. Tamar busts off a guy, and once he gets that space, you already know what's about to happen. And Oregon, where has this been? Okay, where has this been? Where has this been? All night it's been Utah defense, Utah defense, Utah defense. Oregon finally stepping it up, are going to go for the extra point here. Make it an 11-point game. Honestly, I'm low-key surprised he made that kick, the extra point. That guy is something. But yeah, Oregon, you've got yourself a game now. I'm excited. You are down in timeout due to the challenge. We'll see if that ends up mattering as this game goes on. But your defense has delivered throughout this game, and now the question is, can they deliver once more? We see the kick return get to about the 22-yard line. And Utah's got to be thinking to themselves, we got to come out and respond because the momentum shifted just a little bit on that drive. You know, excuse me, I apologize. The Oregon team was looking a little deflated, and now all of a sudden they're right back in it. Look at these boys lining up on the line heavy. They're going to their superstars saying, Bo, keep this ball game under control. He gets a few yards there, but Oregon is stacking the box. We do see them finally back up a little bit as they have been just heavy. Pressure is coming. Rado steps into the pocket. Finds a man. There he is again. Alexander Walker. What a play by Rado there. Pressure coming, pocket collapsing. Steps forward and delivers a laser to Alexander Walker, who's having just a monster game for Utah. This man said, listen, I know my fellow wide receivers need the ball. I know I got weapons everywhere, but I'm still here, and I keep getting open. I keep burning on these routes as Bo is just breaking guys off, having himself a great run for 9 yards. Bo is once again in the backfield here. We see 2 to the top. Going to see another handoff. Yes, we are. The easy first down. That looks like he got just about 5. Good tackle there for Jacqueline. But man, Utah said, listen, you can move the ball, we can move the ball too. Rado steps up to pass here, overthrows it. The rare misplay out of Rado tonight, 17 of 20 for 249 and 2 touchdowns. Absolute beast. We're winding down this third quarter. Does have the quick route. Unable to get his feet turned forward and get upfield. You know, that is Mercer on the catch. Mercer is a little bit shiftier with his feet. I'm kind of surprised he wasn't able to stop his momentum. I do think he could have gotten a few more yards there, but if you're Oregon, you're feeling good. You're not allowing the deep pass anymore after that first bomb to Alexander Walker. The deep pass has been killing you all night if you're Oregon's defense, and that's definitely what you want to be preventing here. Play the chains. Ooh, huge hit! Huge hit, and no way is he going to hang on to that ball as he gets absolutely crunched. Utah is forced to kick it here, and their kicker delivers a strike, making it 24-10. If you're Oregon, listen, it's still a 2-possession game. If you're Utah, you're glad you got points on the board. Honestly, I think that drive is okay for both teams. And I'm really just looking forward to how AB comes out here to end this third quarter and to get into the fourth. They know they need 2 touchdowns. Where those 2 touchdowns going to come from is, oh my goodness, he almost slips through the hole to go crazy on the kick return, but still sets up great field position here. What will likely be the last play of the third quarter. We do see a run for Tamar, and that will be the last play of the third. Let me see those 4s in chat, PFL Nation. If anybody out there thinks Oregon is going to come back and get this dub, let me see the big O in the chat. If you think that Utah is going to hang on or maybe even get this lead even further apart, let me see those U's in chat. I want to hear what everybody thinks, man. I can't wait to call the rest of this game with you all tonight. We see some pressure coming in. AB settles for the curl route, finds his man, gets the first down. And, you know, that's what Tamar does. He gets open on these little routes. You know, he's not a huge receiving back. That's not his number one focus. But he does a great job at getting open on the quick routes. You see AB take the snap and shotgun here. Again goes to that curl. Tamar again finds him. That was a little bit riskier. There was a man lingering as he threw it towards his back shoulder, but he did manage to find him and bring that ball down. Tamar breaks off. I think he's going to go right back to him. He is. And we see this is just keeps working for Oregon right now. You know, and it's nothing against, you know, any of the Utah defense. It's just Tamar's just doing a great job at just getting up 5 yards, turning around, and the ball's right there. We see the play action. This time he's just in the back blocking. Lots of time for AB. Has all day. Almost throws another pick. I think that was Fletcher there on the coverage. That would have been an absolute nightmare for Oregon. Put this with a bow on it. As we see the 2nd and 10. Looks like AB is in another passing down situation. We do see the pass pressure coming right in his face. Nowhere to go. Basically just throws the ball at him, hoping he doesn't see it. AB, man, these guys, they're coming fast. Vic and Terrence, man, they get to the quarterback like nobody's business. We see AB drop back to pass again. Has him. Looks like it was going a little too crazy on the coverage there by Zay Harris. Able to fit that ball into Washington. I think that's his first catch. Yeah, that's the first we've seen of Kyrie on the offensive side all night. Crazy play there as Harris went for the pick and Kyrie punished him for it by cutting inside and ripping the ball out of the air, getting Oregon a new set of downs. TAB taking the snap here. Pressure in his face again. Had the man wide open. Flag down. What are we going to see here? Is it roughing the passer? It is! Oh my goodness, massive call against Vic, who's been having himself a hell of a game. Hits AB a little too late after he releases the ball. Oregon's now set up to try and make this a one-possession game. Huge stop out of Utah here if they can get it. Great tackle on the first handoff as, he basically gets nowhere back to the line of scrimmage. We see the I form yet again. And he's just trusting Tamar to get it done. Breaks off one guy, breaks off a second guy, gets about 5. Looks like that was going nowhere. Turns it into a big run. Actually, looks like, yeah, never mind, not quite 5. But able to turn that into a decent-sized run there. Well done by Tamar after basically getting tackled in the backfield. We are going to see the play action here. Does have the dump off. Finds the slant. There he is. Touchdown, Oregon, and we got ourselves a one-possession game. AB coming back right now. Look at what's happening as we see Mintz doing the LeBron in the end zone. I don't know if you're all that, Mintz, but that's all right, man. You feel that confidence, young blood. Man, are we about to witness a catastrophic meltdown out of Utah? This is getting scary. This is getting scary. Your boy's getting hyped up here in the booth. As we are going to see, well, we can't trust this kicker, so let's hold on. Yes, we are going to see the one-possession, 7-point game, 8.5 on the clock. Let me hear you, PFL. This is Monday Night Lights, baby. We can't ask for much more than this. Every time I'm up here, the games get crazy in the 4th. And it's happening again. I am ecstatic right now. I hope to see Oregon get the stop here. You know your boy loves a close game, loves those last final drives. Man, oh man, I hope we get to see that. But if you're Utah, of course, you're not hoping to see that. Coach Harris has got to be livid right now on the sidelines, telling his boys, we got to get it together. Rado, you've had a monster of a game, 18-22 for 250 and 2 touchdowns. We're going to need to see more of that out of you, out of Bo, out of Light, out of Zell, out of all these guys if we're going to get it done. We do see the quick dump off to Bo. Fights his way for some extra yards, saying I'm him as he gets up with a lot of energy, which is what Utah needs right now as we see the 2nd and 4. Not really open playbook territory, but 2nd and 4 is still pretty open. I could see a play action big bomb here. Utah loves those, and they've been hitting Alexander Walker with that all night. So let's see what they draw up on this 2nd and 4. They do decide to just hand it off. I think that is a Zell this time. Yes, it is. Stiff arms the man, keeps it moving. He's only gotten 3 carries, but when he gets his call, he's able to move the ball quite well. Doing his thing. He understands that Bo's going to be the number 1, but Zell's happy to line up in the slot sometimes. Be that receiving back for Utah, and knows that sometimes his number is going to be called and he's going to get the ball moving when he needs to. And we're going to see take the snap under center, send the man in motion. Could this be a jet? Fakes the jet, Hands it off to Bo. Bo tries to find the hole, but doesn't really go anywhere. Good tackle by Hutton that time, responding, not biting on the jet sweep, being in a position to stop Bo from getting crazy, as he does hit his 4th tackle for the night. See another handoff to Bo, fighting his way. Almost gets to the first, but I don't think he quite got there. No, we do see a 3rd and like 1.5. I say you just hand it off to Azell and let him get the tough yards. Let's see what Utah decides to do. They are going to pass. Azell is wide open underneath. Goes over the middle and incomplete. Uh-oh, folks. Uh-oh. Is that a comeback I'm hearing? As we are at 6 minutes, 24-17. Rado with a rare miscue tonight tries to force it over the middle when he had Azell wide open underneath for the 1st down. And AB has a shot to get in there and make this happen. Let's see what he gets done. Oh, risky, risky. Risky. AB's got to stay locked in here. Goes for the screen. There's a penalty as well. Tamar's spinning off guys, trying to keep the ball moving with the screen. I think it's going to be, roughing the passer. What? Terrence, what are we seeing out of Utah? This Utah defense is collapsing right now in the pressure. Can AB capitalize? Great catch by Tamar there. I mean, it doesn't really go for a lot, but man, he ripped that ball next to his face. Oh my goodness, Utah. The penalties have been brutal. The hold on the 1st and 2 roughing the passers out of Vic and Terrence tonight. As he does find his man over the middle. Does he have the space? Is it gone? He is at again. My goodness. My goodness. What is happening? That is Wade on the grab. Are you kidding me, Utah? Are you kidding me, Utah? What is happening? D. Wade, what is going on? AB said, make this happen. What are we seeing, PFL? PFL, what is happening? 21-3 at one point. Now it's 24-24. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe it. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry about the mic getting a little crazy there, everybody. I just get hyped, man, up here. It's just whew. Whew. Man. Yeah, that's my bad. I'll try to keep the voice down a bit, but man, that was super exciting, man. It's 24-24. As we see a huge sack. Oregon's got all the momentum. Rado can't do anything with the ball. Anderson gets back there in exactly half a second to get the sack. Oregon with this comeback, man. I don't know if I want to say this is just Oregon going crazy or is Utah on the collapse, man. This has been absolutely insane. But of course, it's not over yet. There's 4.5 to go. Still plenty of football to play. We do see the handoff. Nowhere to go. The run is just getting stopped right now. Oh my goodness. As we see Rado line up in the shotgun. This is a 3rd and a mile. Sets up the screen. Ooh, does the juke. Ooh, Azell's trying as he spins off another guy, trying to make it happen. But that screen was asking way too much. You're out here asking Azell to go get you 20 yards on a screen play. It ain't happening, man. There's just really not much of a chance there. Oregon plays the sticks, plays it well. And guess what, folks? We got 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game. Ball's in AB's hands. Can he get it done? Let me know what y'all think right now. Let me know, PFL. It's Monday night, 24-24. Oregon with a chance to have an amazing comeback. If you're Utah, all you're thinking is, hey, No roughing the passer penalties. Let's do that for one drive. And we might be able to get the ball back. We see it handed off to Tamar. He does cut up field. Gets maybe 9.5. Yes, sir. 2nd and inches. You know, that's exactly what Oregon's going to be looking for. We see 3 minutes on the clock. Another handoff here. Does get the first down. New set of downs for him. And let's see what Oregon keeps cooking up. Clock is starting to tick now that it's set. And we are just going to see another handoff here. I'm really curious if Coach Brooks just trusts Tamar to get him into field goal range, trying to run down this clock as much as possible. Will we even see a pass play on this drill? This looks like another run. Yes, it is. Tries to bounce to the left, but nowhere to go. Vic with a huge tackle there, stopping Tamar from getting to the outside. AB is forced to pass. Pressure was coming. And manages to get the ball out. Finds Tamar again on these curl routes, man. These running backs. Tamar has been feasting on these curls. Gets a new set of downs. 1 minute and 33 seconds to play. Oh my goodness. What are we witnessing, folks? What are we witnessing right now? You have got to be kidding me. As Tamar has basically put this game on his back, carrying this Oregon team. Briley's going to him again. Oh, he isn't able to hang on that time. That was so close. Your boy was about to snap. Not quite able to get that catch completed. Briley's passing once again, lots of time. Goes right back to him. I think he's forgotten he has wide receivers. He just says running back, running back, running back. Lots of time. Pressure finally breaking through. Has a man. Great cutback on that route. Oh my goodness. What a cutback there to make that catch. I couldn't tell. Was that Wade? I want it to be Wade, but man, that was a great grab. And now they're just doing whatever they want. Utah has no choice but to call timeouts. This is unreal. This is really just unreal right now. You know, I will be the first to admit I thought Utah had this one in the bag. And Oregon is coming out here and saying, we were not going down without a fight. I was big worried, man. I was. AB's my boy, but they were looking not the best. And they've managed to come out here and do big things. They are going to be forced to kick, and we do know their kicker is terrible. So this does not mean the game is over, folks. I mean, Utah's not going to have much time, but Oregon does have to make this kick, and there is absolutely zero guarantee of them making this happen. So here we go, folks. My heart rate's pumping. No matter what happens, Utah, Oregon, thanks for putting on an amazing show. Tomorrow, you put this team on your back, just shy of 100 in the ground and 100 in the air. If Oregon makes this and they win, it's going to be on the shoulders of that man, as it does go in, 27-24. He makes up for his missed field goal earlier by knocking that down. Brado's going to have one play. Oh, maybe not. They might run out of time right now. Oh, my goodness. Nope, 1 second on the clock. Brado's going to have one play to try to make a miracle happen. What a game, man. What a match. This is just absolutely insane. I did not see this coming. I hope y'all tuned in. You didn't tune out after it was 21-3. Because if you did, you missed what might be one of the best games we've had this year. Oh my goodness. Rado heaves it deep. Last play of the game. Oh! I thought Light might grab that, bro. Oh my goodness. And that will do it. I know Coach Harris has got to be hot right now. I know Coach Brooks is ecstatic. I cannot wait to talk about this tomorrow on the In the Booth podcast. I hope you all tune in. Oh man, I had an absolutely amazing time calling this. Big shout out to my producer Zeke. Always love having you behind me, man. It's my production.
What a game, man.
Makes me feel great. Makes me feel confident up here in the booth. I know you got to get some screenshots, but PFL, man, I am out. That was a hell of a game. Shout out Oregon. Shout out Utah. Oregon with a massive upset over the 4th-ranked Utah. Great bounce-back game for them. Man, I just can't wait to see how the rest of this week goes. Can't wait to see everybody tuning in throughout the week. And with that, John Smith signing out.